Hi all, Jason here, local tech experts with another build for you. This one's sort of a twofer, so I did two the same. This is the JonsPlus Z20 or Z20 depending where you're from. So they come in white, black and pink, or white and pink. They're the four different colors. I was hoping for a straight black one, but they only had this pink and black one, which I think is still quite nice. I like the accents on it. They are MATX cases, even though they're very small. You'll see in the build that it's a bit of a challenge to get all the parts in there neatly. But the white one, I added a little bit of RGB. This one, I just left it black on the inside, as you can see there. White one, a little bit of color. But they come with these handles on top, so it's a bit easier to move them around. Yeah, it was a fun little build. These were 120 from my local PC store. A little bit on the pricier side. They don't come with any fans or anything, so you'd have to supply those yourself. But they're nice little builds for someone. Maybe someone will take both of them. Have a couple type of thing going. But I'll get into the case breakdown and the part breakdown, and see you guys at the end. Thanks, guys. Alright, so I got the JonsPlus Z20 here. As usual, I'll get it out of the box. I kind of forgot that Jonsbo changed their name to JonsPlus. So I don't know if you can still get Jonsbo specific cases, but yeah, JonsPlus. So as usual, taking it out. There's a little box here. It says accessory kit. I'll have a look what's in there first. So wow, yeah, so lots of bits and pieces in there. There's like a small form factor power supply bracket. I'm guessing that's the handle. Some kind of that looks like a drive bay thing. Yeah, lots of little bits and pieces. They give you a little box of screws there. It's a nice little kit there. So this case was 120 from my local PC store. Oh, there's a dust filter there too. Yeah, 120 from my local PC store. A little bit more expensive than some of the other cases. But I thought I'd sort of splurge out and do one that I haven't seen before, and I do like Jonsbo, so yeah. It's wrapped in foam and some kind of covering here. Let's have a look. Take that off. So I did go for a white one. I was trying to get a white and a black one so I could do one of each, because I've found lately a few customers been asking for black ones, which is not the trend. So maybe it's going back to black, like that Amy Winehouse song. Anyway, trying to get it out of this covering here. Usually that covering's a plastic sheet, but this one's like a material. Alright. Standard Jonsbo sort of quality. So I'll look at the back, I guess, first, since that's what's facing you. So nice big grill here, normal PCIe cover, some screws around here. I guess that's for a vertical GPU mount. I haven't looked at any manual or anything, so literally first impressions. We've got sort of a design on the glass here, so I'll take this glass panel off. It's just thumb screws, the non-captive ones, so make sure to keep a hold of those. Try not to drop the glass. Not the thickest glass, but still quite nice. I do like the pattern on there. Put those screws back in so I don't lose them. So it's another one of those designs where the power supply mounts in the front. So when the power supply mounts in the front, it's best to have the fan facing out so that it can bring air in and then back out through the top. Yeah, plain box from this side. So in terms of dimensions, we've got just shy of 37 centimeters long. Height is 30 centimeters and depth is 18.5 centimeters. So it's quite a small little case here. So it says you can get two 140s in the top, two 140s in the bottom, a 12 centimeter in the back. So do with that what you may. I'm not sure how you get this top part off to get a radiator in there though. It must have some kind of sliding mechanism to get that out. I'll go around the back again, 4 thumb screws in the back. Again, not captive ones, so they just come straight out. It's a mesh on the back as well, so get a bit of airflow that way too. So it slides back a little bit. So I didn't actually check if it can take 3.5 inch drives, unfortunately. I'm not too sure about that. I will put up the actual manufacturer specs in terms of fans and everything like that, so you can get a proper look at what this thing's capable of. Some nice straps here for cable management. You can get them all in there, which is handy because it's a small case. You're going to want to shove a lot of cables in there, especially the power cables. The power supply mount there. So it looks like it unscrews from here and sort of goes in the back there. In terms of front I/O, we have a single USB-C, combo headphone microphone, USB 3, and a power switch. Pretty basic stuff there. Here's the cabling for the I/O. So front panel is one of those combo ones where they use the standard there. USB 3, audio, USB-C. Where's the power? Oh yeah, the power's on that one. So the power cable is one of these, so it slots in the top and comes around to the back here. So you can't turn off the power supply from here. It's always got to be on and on the inside. I just noticed, you might not be able to see from there, but there's some little cable tie Velcro on the bottom at the back as well, which is a bit of a nice touch. So you can run cables along there without it getting too messy, because obviously on the back we don't have a lot of room here. It's basically flat on there, so everything's got to be either in here or running along the bottom here. So obviously for the audio, for example, normally I'd run it along the back, but in this one it is going to have to go along the bottom here like this and be velcroed down and just stick that way. I'm putting two 140s in the bottom here, so that will hide some of those cables as well. So I'll get into the build and show you guys how it looks in the end. Thanks guys. Alright, so in terms of parts for this one, I've got, I sort of prepped for two. So I prepped for a black one and a white one, but they only had a white case, so just going to have to go with the white one for now. So this is a i5 8th gen under there, 16 gigs of RAM there, 256 gig NVMe drive. These are just white ring fans, like 120mm static white ring fans, 120. So there's 3 of them in there, and then 2 140s for the bottom. Gonna use those as intakes. I don't have a power supply or graphics card yet, so I'm hoping just to drop the fans and the motherboard in and get it started at least. But tomorrow I'm getting my hands on a couple of GTX 1660s, so these are going to be basically identical machines, just a black one and a white one. So some 1660s, and I'll get a couple of power supplies, at least a 550 watt each for those. I did ask them when a black one was coming in, but they said not for a while, so I'm going to have to do something else with this one. Different case, I'm not too sure. But I was hoping to do a blackout one with that one and a white one with this one. So yeah, so I'll drop those in at the least, and oh, I'll probably add a 1TB drive depending on what I can fit in there. With these fans going in the bottom, I'll have to have a look at the manual and see what I can fit. I do have some 2.5-inch high capacity drives, but I don't really like using them. They're a bit slower normally. But yeah, alright, thanks guys. I'll get into the build now. Alright guys, so before I go any further, I thought I'd explain a couple of the attachments here. So this fan mount does slide out, but you have to undo some of these small screws. So this one, there's one down the bottom here as well, and there's a screw underneath this panel, and then there's a couple on the back as well. There's a couple here for the power supply mount. Essentially, in this pack you get one of these, which is a hard drive mount for the bottom, but if you have fans in there, then you can't use this one. And they give you this one, which attaches to a hard drive, a 2.5-inch drive, and the mount for that is on the back here. So essentially it goes in here like on here, I think. Yeah, anyway, it goes on there, and I'm not sure which way. I think it's this way actually, to be honest. Yeah, it goes in this way. It attaches here, and those are the other two screws, so that's where you can mount a 2.5. So that's what I'll be doing, because obviously I've put fans in the bottom, so I can't use this one, which goes in the bottom there. So alright, I'll get back into it. So this is how it turned out, guys. Like I said, they're quite a small case. They do take a full ATX power supply in there, so that's a nice touch. It does have a small form factor bracket as well. You sort of hide the cabling all underneath there, and it is a bit of a pain to get the cables in, but if you just take your time with it, it's not too bad. Because I'm using two 140mm at the bottom there, 140mm fans, or just two fans in general, I lose out on using a 3.5-inch drive. Down there you can fit a 2.5 on the other side, which is what I've done. So this one has an NVMe and a 2.5-inch drive. Just got to keep that in mind. If you want to use extra fans in there, you lose out on a 3.5-inch drive. It's not too bad. Most people are sort of migrating to 2.5-inch SSDs as their main storage. But yeah, nice little machine. I put the handles on there just for completion's sake, really. I'm not too sure how many people are lugging around machines to LAN parties and stuff these days, but it makes it easier for me to carry them around anyway. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya!